Welcome on in. Happy Friday. Welcome back. I see some people in the chat already. Who we got? Who's first? Is it Caesar? It's Caesar. Good morning, everybody. So we got some pre-market prep to do here before we head into the open in about like 20 minutes. We'll do some account giveaways on there. So as you can see by the title, we'll give away some more instant funded accounts today with Top Home Futures. So we'll hold off on that for now. I'll send you guys the link of how to do that. But let's take a look at overnight. Anyone got any trades on overnight that they want to take a look at? We can go over them real quick if you want to send a link in the chat or just shout out what time of day it was. But nothing overnight for me. It was pretty sideways. We had CPI come in a couple minutes ago, like 8:30. Nothing too heavily. Let's go to the 1 minute and see. At 8:30 is when we really started to move for it. Up, sitting sideways. So buyers moved us higher on the news, but really nothing crazy. The more important thing I'm looking at is maybe this overnight view up. There wasn't a whole lot of volume overnight. So like on those type of days, we definitely want to use this overnight view up. I mean, overnight, what do we move? 50 points? It's not half bad. Just looks small, I guess, relative to yesterday's big slide. We'll see how we respect it. We'll keep it on because we did hold it overnight 3 or 4 times, and this could end up wanting to work its way back below, and we'll want to trade on the right side of that. So that's the first view up that we'll use is the overnight, and then we'll throw on a New York as always and see if we can find anything. Now this week has been interesting, like we said on stream every day on ASFX TV. Let's just go back to Monday. Monday we had a clean long, but then what happened? We found the long off like a small retest, probably somewhere within here, right? Scalped a little bit higher, and then nothing. Just kind of sat sideways. No more new highs were really being made. Take it to Tuesday. What did we do on Tuesday? Gave a push higher. I think the longs were also in here, and then just fizzled. Actually, end of the day a little bit lower, but really a whole lot of nothing. Not a whole trending day into the afternoon. Let's go into Wednesday. Big move down at the open, but the low was set at 10.15. No new low was made after that. That was it. That was the day's range. This is the low. This is the high. So like when these big exhausting moves happen so quickly, that's the range. It seems like. 'Cause then you even take it to yesterday, how exciting it was, how it's just falling off. The low for the most part was like at 11:30. Made a small new one at like 1, but really just nothing. So you're getting chopped up after just a big move lower. So you can make your money early, go on with your day. That would be ideal. I mean, let's take it to the 1 minute here, and you'll see yesterday the big drop lower. I mean, what are you trading in here? All of this just chop. You finally gonna catch this little pop out lower? Maybe, but it's nothing too clean, nothing too great. Singer fam, good morning. How you guys doing? Caesar, how you doing this week? How's Singer you doing this week? Pretty interesting week. Definitely some choppiness. I mean, we go back to that 15 minute, like I was saying, pretty much all week. We were holding this resistance at top on the top. Now we're obviously well away from it. But like here on ES at like 7,000. Monday's high, Tuesday's high, Wednesday's high was rejected. Thursday didn't even get there yesterday. Let's go to NQ. Same thing here on NQ. Monday's high, Tuesday's high, and Wednesday's high. And it did touch it on Thursday's high. All right, clearly buyers are struggling up there. Let me not try to force longs into it, but like just look how strong that rejected it. Jeez. I mean, that slid from the high, like 845, 600 points on NQ, folks. That doesn't happen every day or every week. That's quite a move, especially when you look at just like the strong move down it had the day prior from its high to low, 370. So beefy for sure. So what does that mean for today? Nothing. We just read and react to what VWAP wants to do. Trade on the right side of it. Sellers have been in control since that move down, right? Clearly, earlier on in the week, buyers have struggled. Now they've really struggled as sellers have taken control, and sellers are continuing that control so far. Made a new low overnight, new low of week in the Asia session, below yesterday's low, right? So it's definitely probably a day you want to lean short until you really get some bullish strength here on ES and NQ. It's going to be tough to be a buyer when you're making lower highs and lower lows. You know, all is well. This week was able to secure my first payout. Beautiful. Well done, Caesar. Well deserved. Always showing up and in the chat for quite a bit of time, so that's awesome. My legal name is Zach. Well, now I feel lied to all these times. I'm calling you Caesar. Where does Caesar come from? That I'm calling you Zach now. That's interesting. But NQ taking back its overnight. We'll see how stocks want to open up. I'm sure you guys have seen. I've been saying it all week. Top on future sale is still running for Valentine's Day. Um, the 50% off right now. So it should be good. Should be good. And we'll jump over to ASFX TV in like 20 minutes or so, a little bit less than that. So if you want to join there, that's where we're going to be doing the giveaways today. If you want to win the Top on Futures account, I'm giving away at least 50K ignites, which I think are the most popular ones. I think that's what the website would even say. Yeah, it says it's the most popular. But then even within here of the stream, I think it's your guys' most popular as well. So giving away 3 of these 50K accounts. You can copy trade up to 10 of them. Right now they're $200 with my code. And then the instant fundeds are 40% off with my code. But we'll give away some ignites today, shall we? It should be good. We gave away at least like 6 this week, so let's make it an even 10. Round it up. Let's make 10. Luigi, what's up? I mean, you got Caesar in here, who tells you his real name is Zach. You got Booyah2K, who's really Luigi. You got Singer Fam. God knows what his real name is, you know? There's a lot of imposters in the chat. Like 13 minutes or so. But I would like to be short around this overnight view up, as you guys know, and then a little sneak peek, as you guys have probably seen it this week a little bit, more and more as we get closer. So on Monday, it's President's Day, bank holiday. Maybe it's like shortened hours. I think I saw an email where like the market closes at like 12, right? It's one of those days. So I guess you could trade it, but no, I will not be trading it. We will not be live on stream for it. So if you go to ASFX TV, which is where we'll be today that I'm saying, we'll stay live here on X and YouTube. But if you want to join the giveaway, you got to be a member of ASFX TV, but it's free right now. So you can see you got today's stream and then Tuesday. We're not going to have a Monday stream. So whenever you guys are curious about the schedule, it's always posted here on ASFX TV, and then you'll know when we're off. But the indicator you see down here in the bottom left, since off on Monday, likely will be out on Tuesday. 90% sure. There's that 10% chance it's Wednesday or Thursday, but 90% on Tuesday. All right. So if you guys want access to that, I know you guys have been asking questions, DMing me when you see it on my story. This will be out very shortly. Very, very shortly. So it should be good. Nothing on the Twitter news. I don't think BSC was doing anything overnight. We actually have Steve Lennon in the BSC, who's actually been trading quite a bit in the London session, just because that's how it works out with his time. This is on the DAX, keep in mind. But if you look at it the way I traded on Futures 2.0, my full strategy here on ASFX TV, it's pretty textbook. I mean, you got holds of, I got to assume, the overnight VWAP. Take of London Open VWAP, I would assume, right, is my New York. But like London Open maybe here. To take of that, stop loss that structure, trade it to the bottom of range. I mean, that's, if you told me this was ES at 9:50 New York time, that would make sense. So really well done on that. Closed half, closed another half. Then full out. Yeah, I'd probably, when you see a straight drop of nothing but red candles, I'd probably be looking to get full out towards that bottom, but can't complain. That's a good move. Good move. Good move. We got Zarb at 9:23 in the evening. Working off father hours, I guess, is put his baby to sleep. He's able to trade because he had some scalps last night on NQ, some longs. Don't know exactly where, but nice little scalp there long, and another one looks like in and out, boom, boom, break even or something. But very well done. And I want to know if Manny, did you full port CPI or what did we do? Because you guys were asking on stream, can we full port CPI tomorrow or what can we do? Like, you can do whatever you want. This would be an interesting spot because you see we're at this overnight view up, but do we want to bounce here? Have buyers defend this level and move higher? Or do we break back lower? That's why we want to wait for those first 15 minutes. I mean, level-wise, we're at the previous day's Valuary low. POC is above us, and so is obviously the Valuary high, just with how bearish yesterday was. So we definitely could want to try to find some longs up to these levels if we show the strength that we're going to maybe try to. I'm not going to try to play that idea at 9:30, but if we get some strength at 9:30 to 9:45, it could be definitely something to play. But if 9:30 to 9:45 is bearish, then fuck no. I'm probably just looking for shorts back into this structure, back into low of day. Follow the lower highs, lower lows. Read and react, especially on a Friday. If you're red this week, don't try to sling it and make it all back in one day, especially if it's like a bigger red, multiple days red. Slowly but surely, base hits, chip away. You're going to come back on Tuesday, Wednesday, get your singles. You'll get it back into green. And if you're green this week, there's no need to try to make it an amazing week on a Friday if nothing's presenting. Ideally, we do get a nice clean setup, maybe two, but you just got to go into it like, I'm willing to not trade. I'm willing to not force something if nothing's there. 'Cause I'm already having a good week. Or I'm willing to not force anything because I'm already having a tough week. I don't want to make it worse. Whatever, both sides. DH is short. All right, short into the open. What do you got? ES and Q, I assume? One of these two. See? You're gonna have like every view up above you now, telling you to short it. I mean, you put on yesterday's 9:30 New York, way up there. So maybe let's put that on. I don't know if we want to get up there, but yeah, it's pretty close to the POC. But you're below every view up now. Start of week, you got to be below all time high. No, you got to be. That was back here. Yeah, you're below everything. Start of week, previous days New York, overnight. We just get back below. Everything will be pointing to the downside. That's for sure. So I don't hate it. It's just always about that timing of like, can it survive the New York Open, or can you get out before then in some profit? I mean, obviously, shorts could even look really good until you make a new high from pre-market levels, where we kind of open up the session, where news kind of set us in at 8:30. That's the news high. As long as you don't take out that lower high, you could have a nice structure up top there. Could like that. Could like that. But yeah, we'll go into ASFX TV in 5 minutes. We'll take a break shortly, do some account giveaways, probably like 10, 15, 10:30, whenever. We want to find our trades. Then once things cool down, we'll give away some accounts. I'll send a link in the chat on ASFX TV. So like I said, not here on X or YouTube, but we'll give away some accounts to ASFX TV members. So if you want to join that, it's free for the whole month. So you get your first month free. Just click the link in my bio or head to ASFX TV and use code FIRST and you can join us. 95, yee. Yes, okay. All righty. Yeah, let's have a nice Friday. We got a BSC call later on this afternoon, last one of the week. We do those every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. Let's go to Austin's Twitter real quick because I was even left in the dark on this. We have another speaker at the boot camp, Steve Kalajian. Don't want to butcher it. It's pretty bad. But you all probably know who he is, the man with 6,000 screens. I know PW did like a YouTube video with him years ago. I mean, let's just do that. Patrick Wieland, PW. If you go to his most popular videos, 4 million. Damn. But look at this guy's setup. 4 million and 6 years ago. And then 1.9 million. Look at that setup. Talk about screens. So he will be speaking alongside me, Austin, Brian Shannon, heavy hitters up here in the front. And you got me, Zach, Randy, Chris Drysdale, KV, James, Zarb, Tanner, the strong trader, Lawrence. I mean, geez, 2 days of futures trading, a lot of keynotes, a lot of drinking at the bar afterwards, a lot of networking. I mean, it's going to be sick. There's only 5 seats left, and this was yesterday. So let's just assume there's only 4 left because holy shit. I didn't even know that was in the works. That came out of nowhere that he's going to be speaking, but that's sick. We'll take it. Jesse Stewart, what's up? Good morning. Good morning to everybody. But yeah, that's the housekeeping stuff. You guys know about the top one. We'll do some giveaways in a little bit for ASFX TV members. And then we'll all enjoy our weekend. Hopefully you guys have good weather where you are. And actually, We talked about it yesterday. I think I'm gonna do a free meetup down here in South Florida. If any of you guys are close to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, I think the week of first week of March, 2.5 weeks or so. I think I'm gonna do a free meetup down here if you guys are in the area and you want to join. I'll give you guys more info on that probably over the weekend and next week once I figure out a date, where. But Tanner will be there. Clay from Top One Futures will be there. Chris Drysdale will be there. Austin will be there. The fellas will be there. Just come hang out and drink. Chill out. Nothing too serious. Just hanging with the fellas, networking. All right, any last call for questions? I will keep answering questions here on YouTube and X, but mostly ASFX TV members. So make sure you join. We're kind of just sitting at this view up, like we said, heading into the open in a couple minutes. And Q's a little bit below it already. How's YM just for fun? YM just as bearish looking. You know, this could easily be our next lower high and work our way back down. So I'm leaning short until told otherwise. Now, is it important to have a bias going into the open? It's not the end all be all, but you want to have a somewhat read of the market, you know? You want to hold that bias loosely. You know, if I'm saying like, oh, we're gonna be bearish today, I'm gonna like say it as if it's gonna happen. Like, oh, I'm bearish today. This is gonna move lower. Then, like, even if it does start going higher, I'll probably be married to that short idea I just said is gonna happen. You know, so it looks more bearish. I'm thinking we're probably gonna look for shorts today, but I'm not married to that. That if it gives me new information saying, "Are you sure you still want to sell it?" I'll be like, you know what? No, not anymore. I will long it now. Just read and react. It's good to have a bias, but hold it loosely. Because if it's telling you new information, pivot with it. So it's telling us shorts right now, so we'll stick with that. Below every view up you can imagine. Sellers have been in control since yesterday's big slide down. You definitely want to see how the stocks open up. Well, let's have a good Friday, all right? We'll take a couple minute break here in a minute. Start the intro for ASFX TV. We'll have a great Friday. Do some giveaways, make some money, answer some questions. Go into the weekend feeling good. All right. All good, all good. And then DH Rove already in the short, so that's looking good. Hopefully can make some money on that one. I don't know exactly where we're short or where the target is, but moving a little bit lower since you said that, since you said you were short, so that's good. Okay. Let's have a good one, chat. Appreciate you all tuning in all week. Like I said, we got one more call this afternoon for our BSC members, but we go at it full steam ahead next week, except for Monday, bank holiday. So just enjoy the long weekend. Do some studying, brush up on Futures 2.0. Like I said, if you become an ASFX TV member today, it's free, but you also get access to my full view up strategy here. So perfect time to study it when you have a long weekend and you want to do some markups. All the trades we took this week are recorded from the previous streams. If you want to go back and rewatch those and see what we did, the long on Tuesday, the long on Wednesday, which got smoked, and then the shorts yesterday. Alrighty. So I appreciate you all. Take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome on back to AceFX TV. If you're new in the chat, say what's up. I see Caesars first, as always, tuning in with me pre-market, jumping over here first. I appreciate you all. Let's have a good close to the week. We'll do some account giveaways as promised. Give away 3 Ignite accounts, 50Ks, and we'll have a great week. We'll find some trades here in the early going, finish off this week strong. But if you got any questions, send them in the chat. Any markups you want reviewed, send them on in as well. We're going to set up the day here in a little bit with the open coming in, but looks like sellers want to send us a little bit lower to cap off this week here. But no trades for me overnight. We'll see what we can find here after the opening range sets, of course. If you're new here, we're going to wait the first 15 minutes most likely and see which side we want to be trading on today. But Samuel, what's up? Craig, Anthony, Caesar put Zach in his name. That was quick, Zach. Caesar, whatever the fuck. That was quick. Robert, what's up? Michael, Bill, how we all doing? Everyone having a great week? Bad week? I think Caesar this morning, you said, what, you got your first payout this week? So that's a W there. I think we had a few people take their first payout this week. Trevor in the BSC took one yesterday or the day prior. So big W's all around all of you. Great job. Max, what's up? So I'll give the form for the giveaway in a little bit. We'll either do a Google Doc. You just put your name on it. Very simple. I'll send the link in the chat. Not right now, but we'll send that in the chat. You put your name on it, and then we'll give away some accounts in like 30, 40 minutes. Or Austin might jump in the chat and send the form for me. We'll see. But I got nothing on overnight. Looks like sellers want to, like I said, try to send us lower here. Big move down yesterday, obviously, like we saw. It's kind of like what I said on, I think, Wednesday's call after this big move down. Like when we have these just sharp drops very quickly, it's almost like, well, that's the day. That's the range. Because then what happened the rest of that day? Just chilled and did nothing. No new legs of trend. Take that to yesterday. Made a small new low, but like the most exciting thing was until 11:30, and then just fuck all, just nothing, and then you get a drop in like the last hour. So nothing too exciting. That's like I like the slow. Unfortunately, like normally you want the volatility, but like when it's slow, clean trending, that's when you get like sustained moves. Seems like so. We had that resistance above all week, like we were saying, couldn't get above. Buyers finally failed and sellers took it over, and they've been continuing it since overnight. Made a new low of week. Anything up between like here and I'd say previous days in New York could want to be a potential lower high. We shall see. Kind of sitting right on this overnight build up as we head into the open. We did have CPI news come in and sent us a little bit higher, but nothing too crazy. So we'll just read and react to this, the right side of view up, the New York, drop it over here to the 1 minute. Let's see, we're kind of just sitting right on it. It's also the value area low from yesterday. But nothing. Let's have a good one. Jordan had a great week, so going to be risk off today. All right, yeah. Don't ruin it today, that's for sure. Yeah, I like that. Ian, great week. Made a dumb decision last night for max loss, but still up. All right, that's good. Good to set a max loss and not give it all back. That's good. But what do you think you did last night? What was the dumb decision? A couple bad trades, oversized, overtraded. On Hill, what's up? David, what's up? Good morning. I already finished for today. Took a good trade yesterday late. All right, sounds good. See ya. Good morning. Denny, what's up, my man? Tony, good morning. It's been very terrible this week. Yeah, like I said, it's been pretty rangy. There's been like a couple moves and then dry. I had that long on stream on Tuesday, and then that was it. That was the high. It was like, oh, where the fuck's the trend? So hopefully we can get some nice moves today. I mean, all we need is one, but ideally, yeah, you want it to be raining opportunities the whole afternoon, but not the case. Simone, good morning. Sean, what's up? Sander, Remy, we got a lot of new names. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys have maybe been tuning in, but this is your first time saying what's up. So welcome back or welcome in. Let's have a great Friday. Open's about to come in. We're flat. No news the rest of the afternoon. Just CPI this morning. Let's have a good one. Rated Asia with bigger size than usual. Yeah. Asia's tough. It gets you like that. I mean, what did it do out of the gate? Yeah, that's pretty fucking ugly. Down, then up, then back down, and then sideways. So if you're going to get chopped up, it'll probably be in that. Makes sense. But what do we like today, Chad? Do you like longs or shorts, if you had to think? I don't want you to think too much, but out of the gate, I think the shorts would make more sense. The way that sellers really took control yesterday, our buyers just going to miraculously step back in. So I'm leaning short biased for sure. We'll see if we can find an entry that lines up with that. And then obviously the clear target for any short would be back to structure low. I thought I had a question. Did I miss a question? Maybe not. Maybe not. Miles probably just spectating today. Up 2K on 10 funded from CPI this morning. You dog. You guys and your CPI this week. We had a few people. We had Brian in the BSC saying full port ready for CPI. We'll add it to my worst trades today. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, see, this says first payout, first futures payout. Gotcha. Also, when I first started with Ace Effects, I mentioned my government name, but I I go by Caesar. Yeah, I like Caesar. It's like the monkey in Planet of the Apes. Caesar was like the king, you know? Not a bad name. How are stocks doing? Everything's red so far. Very early going, but Apple moving lower here. Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, the Mag 7. So I think I'm going to lean short until we get buy opportunities. If we're long, like I said, we got the view up and above. Going to be the first target for any long. Previous days in New York, so you got quite a bit of move. And then NQ as well, probably similar, you know? Back here. Just doesn't look bullish. Don't look bullish. Matt, good morning from New York. How's the weather up there in New York? I was thinking about going back there soon. I think not. Not soon. I think I'm gonna go back up north in like April. I got a trip coming up in March. I don't think I'm gonna head up north in February, so maybe end of March, early April. April's always nice up there. But like I said, for anyone that tuned in a little bit late, we're gonna be giving away some Ignite accounts today from Top One Futures, like we did I think every day this week except for one. So appreciate them sponsoring the stream. If you guys do need an account with them for Valentine's Day, the sale is still running. It's 50% off the Ignite accounts and the Sim Pros, but many of you don't trade those. So the Ignite accounts are 50% off, and the instant fundeds are 40% off with my code. And then for many of you, it probably still stands if you haven't bought any account or a Trade Evade account yet with Top One, you still get 60% off your next one. So if you want an instant funded, you can get it for 60% off, and then 50% off after that. Huge orders at 60. Is that above us? Above us? Yeah. I could see moving higher to that previous days in New York for sure. It was like a slow, grindy move lower. But I think I did measure it. It just looks slow because I mean, you got that big move down yesterday afternoon. But if we just zoom into today on ES from top to bottom, it did move 50 points. That's not bad. That's pretty big. Manru puts up. Daniel, Joe. Yeah, get your girl an Ignite account for Valentine's Day. She's gonna say she wants flowers, but you know that's not true. She really just wants an Ignite account and for you to take a payout so you can buy her flowers. If we're being real, she wants you to get that payout. So I think the Ignites are the easiest path to payout. Slowest profit target. The consistency score is a little bit tighter, but it hopefully keeps you in check. I'm not shooting for the moon. And yeah. And then once you take the payout, you have plenty of drawdown left because you're taking $1,000 out of 2,500. That account still stands to go take another one. You know, with it's not a bad thing, but with the instant fundeds, you got to know what your plan is going in. That you get to 3,000, you take out 2,500. You got $500 left. You're probably going to lose it, but hey, that's fine. You made 2,500. Just go cycle it again. But with the ignites, 2,500, you take out 1,000. You still got plenty of room to play. Go take another 1,000 out. Go take more. So it's all about what you want from the account, right? Because with the instant fundeds, you don't have to take the payout at 3,000. That's just when it's eligible, you know. Yeah, that romance. They say it's dead. Chivalry is not dead. I got an investment for us. It's 50% off right now. I know you love a good discount, babe. 50% off. Man, he made 1K off CPI. You guys are savages. Good, good, good. Plays on prop for a match. Going to be a good discount while he's on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's doing something. He's always giving away shit. I mean, he doesn't know it, but he's also giving away accounts over here today. You don't know it, but he is. He's been giving away 8 accounts, 10 accounts this week. Ooh, Valentine's is my wife's birthday, so maybe an extra gift for me. But it's her birthday. So you get the extra gift? All right, Matt. That's how it works. On hill. After the first payout, you take You got to take it back to 3K, right? Yeah, you just got to build it back up again with the drawdown. Drew, what's up? Ryan, what's up? And then we got a YouTube chat. Fro says, "How tall are you?" I'm 6'3". How tall are you? How tall are you? 5'8", 5'6". No buyers here yet. Is anyone in a short in the early going, just saying, "Fuck it, it's Friday, let's get loose"? I'm not. I'm gonna wait for this open range to set, but it's good if sellers can keep showing that hand. I mean, the first sign would be I don't even see a sign yet. I'm not even gonna give you a sign. Nah. I mean, that's not a really great close there. I mean, see if we can get a close below this overnight. You're already below the New York, but we're only 6 minutes in. ES and NQ. NQ's been holding on it. So if you're already in a short, I'm not suggesting it, but you got to at least have a stop loss probably above this news wick. You know, it's like the pre-market high, most recent high. As long as that's not taken out here while this open range is still setting, shorts could stand a chance. But just an idea. Don't need to play it at all. I'm not jumping in it. Just an idea to play. Face punt. What else am I streaming on? I'm streaming on ASFX TV. So if you want to become a member, you can just click the link in my bio on YouTube or X. We're live right here. Bang. If you go to ASFX TV and use code FIRST, you can sign up for free. That's how you get access to the giveaways that we've been doing every day this week. And then if you click on it, you'll see me in a second here. But you'll see the chat. I'm reading this chat. Look at you guys. Look at me. Look at all of us. Got a lot of questions. You guys are writing paragraphs in the chat. Holy shit, Grin. Update. Several of us had top one problems. Oh, yeah. With erroneous, I love that word, liquidations over the last week. Top one finally says they're working on it. And they've sent the new accounts. Took a lot of discussion. Yeah, I didn't have that. I know you guys were saying that earlier in the week that like you got stopped out at like $250 a drawdown or something like that. But your max loss is like $750 or some shit. Michael says, "Hey, heads up, there's a dude on Discord pretending to be Austin with all the same name and pick, trying to get people to sign up for Austin's copy trading program." Yeah, well, that ain't right. But there's imposters in our Discord of everybody. Unfortunately, there's James, there's me. So I'd look closely into it, Michael, and it's tough for anybody. But there's probably like a period in there, or like a space, or some weird shit. It's not the exact same name, just looks like it. That's how they get you. Yeah, where's Nick Jocelyn when you need him? He always sent me his DMs with the imposters that would message him as me, and like he was like, "Yeah, I want to send him like a picture of my dog's crotch," and like I would feed into it for a little bit as like I'm believing them, and then I just say "fuck you." I'm like, that's a true friend right there. But yeah, it sucks. We try to skim it as much as we can going through our Discord of who's in there, but they get through the cracks, or they get through it and then they change their shit once they're already in. Cold world out there. Yeah, Grin had an imposter. Damn. Yeah, Brian sent them all their Bitcoin. I mean, that's smart. If they asked for it, that's you do what you're told. Bruce is loaded in South Africa, right? Yeah. JB's in South Africa. Randy's in Canada. Austin's in Pennsylvania. I'm in Florida. Shut up, y'all. Yeah, we're just swimming in it. Evan Frank, how do you get in the Discord? I should have a link for you. And for anyone else that wants the Discord link, let me get it for you. Hopefully this isn't outdated. I'll put a link to the Discord in the chat for anyone else that wants to join the Discord. But we're moving lower here. 10 minutes into the open. Sellers are keeping that control like we kind of thought and like we wanted. So do not to jump in long. Base, I got too loose yesterday and the day before. Well, then, yeah, definitely don't get too tight. Definitely don't sling it. Base punt. Base punts wants to know how tall I am. Oh, I'm 25. I shaved yesterday. That's probably why. I'm looking like a baby again. Yep, 25, 26. Michael, not showing shade. Just a heads up in case others might not realize. Realize what? Oh, the Discord thing? Yeah. No, for sure. That's not throwing shade. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you warning us. For anyone else that is in the Discord, and if anyone messages you as me, Austin, James, Randy, or anybody, probably not real. I don't think I've ever messaged any of you first, respectfully. Just because, no. That if you reach out to me and you're in our Discord in the Blackshirt Club or in the VIP, I could see that you're a member and see your question and then I'll answer. But I don't just cold DM you. Never will. Unless I really need you. All right? So, warning to all of you, be careful out there. Discord link invalid. I mean, I'm not surprised. That was a pretty old link I've just found. I'll get you another link. Michael, I thought Evan. I'm from up north, Michael. I moved down to Florida only this past June, so less than a year. So you're probably right. I was up north, and Zarb's still in New York. Zach Arbucci, who streams on here, he's from I think he's in Brooklyn. Always has been and still is. So he's our New Yorker. But man, look at that bounce off overnight VWAP, huh? Anyone take advantage of this short somehow, some way? Opening range is still not even set yet, but it's looking good. Shorts are definitely in. All right, let me go over to my Discord real quick. Bear with me. Boom. Click that. Copy that. I'll put this Discord link in the chat. Anyone else that wants to join our Discord, new link is in the chat. And then we'll run the giveaway in a little bit. I guess Austin's sleeping in. So I'll send the link in just a little bit. There's Nick Jocelyn. There he is. Yeah, I was saying someone was warning about the Discord imposters. I said I appreciated how you always sent your dog's crotch and told him to fuck off. That's a true friend right there. Because someone said there's an imposter of Austin today. I said they're everywhere for everyone. How you doing? Williams 740 on the short. Nice. Gonna be a good weekend. Took a few days off. Needed the mental rest. That a boy. That a boy. Short from 30. 50-point range already. Yeah, and overnight was 50, so we pretty much just moved the entire day again. But the open range still isn't fucking set somehow, some way. But hey, first opportunity, we'll find plenty more. This is setting the tone. Kind of just swept that pre-market low. Don't bounce back now. Damn. But let's see what we can find. I'm still flat. Many of you were probably short or nothing. I don't think anyone was long. Below the valuary, below every VWAP. I mean, you can really see it on ES if I still have it drawn. Not that you even need more help with it. Do I still have it? Yeah. We got the overnight VWAP. Previous days in New York. All-time high VWAP was taken yesterday. Obviously, a start of week VWAP, if you want to throw that in there, is we're below that. We're below everything. But if this sets another fucking range today, we're throwing this computer outside the window and we're coming back on Tuesday. Because holy shit. Give me some follow through. Jesus. Right back up. Literally a sweep of the lows, right back up. Who the fuck is calling me? Do one of you have my number? I've gotten 2 calls from Fort Lauderdale, back to back. Who could it be? Nah. Leave me a voicemail, bitch. I don't know. Do people draw the value areas of the previous days or just the previous New York session? Well, right now, like I was teasing earlier, this indicator on the bottom left that you guys see, it has the previous day's value areas and even last week's, previous week's value areas. I don't have them turned on right now. I can, but our indicator is going to automatically paint it for you, calculate all of it for you. So the POC styles and all that good stuff. They're really calling again. Let's see, chat. That was important, chat. He was persistent. All right, we're back. What did I miss? We got a markup in the chat. What do we got here? 1 minute chart. Sellers in control. This right now? No, this isn't right now. I think this was overnight. But nice little short there. Quick. I mean, look at that. Risk to reward if you want to talk about that. Damn. Good job. Look at that fucking bounce, chat. Opening range back to the top. Break to the upside. Holy shit. So hopefully you made money on the shorts. You got out on a quick move down while the open range was still setting. Don't let that turn around for you. But I got nothing right now. Let's see how this level could be taken out. Thoughts on trading gold futures? Any tips? I mean, everybody and their mother wants to trade gold futures now. Any tips would just be slow and steady. Just trade it like everything else. Don't just trade it because of hype and excitement and chasing shit. You're gonna have to study it a little bit differently than like we got Lucas. We got plenty of people in here trading gold with my futures 2.0 strategy, but it's like watch how it respects its opening range, its New York view up, see if there's somewhat little subtlety differences as compared to what I'm looking at here on ES and NQ. You know, like maybe first break of opening range on gold does run a little bit better. But over here on ES and NQ, I would not suggest taking that. You know what I mean? So just study it, mark them up for sure, and get used to how it behaves. Adam, what's up? Good morning. Miles, yeah. I tried to turn away. You couldn't see shit. I was very confused on who the fuck would call me 3 times in a row. Like, what the hell is that important? So hopefully I got that all squared away. You guys are something else. But nothing really long here. I'm not gonna long it at the highs, but are we going back to POC and previous days New York VWAP? So hopefully no one lost money on a short. You know, that'd be terrible to let that turn around on you if you were short anywhere around here. You get a quick drop down to the low of day, back to previous structure. You gotta be doing something. 0.5R, 1R, 6R, I don't care. You gotta do something at previous structure. That's why risk reward goes out the door. You're just trading to structure in the next VWAP. Yeah, Austin's taking forever. Austin's not here. I'll send this link in the chat. It's just gonna be a Google Doc. I trust all of you. It's probably a lie. I trust 80% of you, and that's all that counts. So I'll send a Google Doc in the chat. Just type your name. That's it. Holy shit, you guys are quick. You guys are already typing on it. But yeah, just put your name on it once, and then we'll run the giveaway in a little bit. You should be able to type on it. I see your guys' name going crazy already, so don't delete anyone else's. I'll slap you in the face if I see you. And then we'll run 3 account giveaways, all right? Gold respects IB better than open range. Yeah, so like subtleties like that. You know, you want to learn how it behaves a little bit. View up works on it, of course, but like it's not just cookie cutter. Trade everything the same. Now, I got to sweep up the pre-market highs too. Are we ranging or are we ranging? Holy shit! If Austin was here, he'd probably be looking for a short back down to New York. You know, bro might just sweep both sides of the market instead. Well, that just happened. There you go. Holy shit! This Google Doc is going bananas. Is this easier than the other form that Austin's been sending? I don't really even know what he sends you guys. Fucking hell. The person that calls me is at the door. I'll be right. What did I get? I think it's strawberries. Fuck yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Who loves me? Which one of you sent that? Which one of you sent that? What sweet people you are. What a hectic stream, huh? The Google Docs chaotic. Yeah, I mean it looks like it's spazzing out. The form is much easier. Okay, my bad. We'll do that next time. We shall do that next time. The Google Doc had more volume than CPI. I mean, yeah, you guys all filled it out at the same time. It looks good though. It looks fine. See everybody, see everyone's name. Looks good. Looks normal. Looks fine. Thank you, Miles. I don't know how you knew I liked that, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, right back down. We got potentially get a break of New York view up here. We're already back below overnight. Short at the high, or stop loss at the high, I should say. Pretty mid range to bottom of range. Trying to go get a double break. I do like the shorts better than the longs, just because we haven't been very bullish, you know. But it'd be a quick scalp, you know. If we're going to be in a range today, you wouldn't want to be probably short as we're on our way back up. So, you have to want to manage this one pretty quickly. You can give it a feeler position to see how this closes in a couple minutes. I mean, 2 micros on that. I mean, 140 point stop. Jeez, a little aggressive. That's not a break below it, if I've ever seen one. That's a close on the VWAP. So now if this next one takes it, we might be too far. All right, nothing yet. That's not a close, chat. That is not a close. Why does that make me a little spoon? Because I get strawberries, Brian. You don't want strawberries? Who the fuck doesn't want chocolate covered strawberries? That's gas. Who even the fuck sent them? I didn't even read it. Treat yourself. We know it wasn't Austin. That girl looked pissed. The girl that dropped him off. She looked real upset with me. Like, fucking answer your phone, dickhead. Oh, sorry. Not expecting strawberry delivery at 10 a.m. My bad. I'm running a stream. Doing a giveaway. You want to win an account? Jeez. But there's no break there. So we're not in short. Could you long it on the hold of New York? Break back above overnight? You technically fucking could. But this is a rangy mess. Let's just get rid of this for a second. I'm not in anything. Still playing around this view up. Do you want to do our first giveaway? Or do you guys want to get in the trade in a couple minutes? Don't want to distract you. Let me fire it up for a second. Duck race. So hopefully you guys put your name on it. Many of you did. And then we'll see what else we can find. 12 seconds. Edit names. So if you're still typing it on there, hurry the fuck up. I see some of you already still typing. Everybody stop typing. Man, Roop, you're typing now. I see you typing. Put the freaking link like 10 minutes ago, buddy. Come on. Tighten it up, guys. We're going to give away 3 Ignite accounts from Top 1 Futures, sponsoring the stream as always. Like I said, we appreciate them always allowing us to give away these accounts to you guys for showing up. So if you need one with them after stream for next week and the rest of the month, Code Evans always running 50% off right now. And then we'll probably do some more giveaways next week. We shall always try, you know. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. So I'm copying the names. I see you guys still typing. I don't know how that's possible. So if you're not on the list, I'll do another one in a minute. What the fuck are these gaps? Are those going to be ducks? Do I have to get rid of these? Is it going to give it a blank duck if I keep these spaces? It is. Motherfucker. Where's the production manager? All right, everything else looks fine. If a blank duck wins, you guys just don't win anything. You can just do that. All right, 130. I know some of you are still typing, so you're not on this one, but we'll race another duck in a couple minutes, all right? Let's do this shit. 50K Ignite account. We'll do a couple. But our first winner of the Friday, maybe Matt with the green duck. Nope. Rob coming in hot with the backdoor hat, looking all cool and shit. Rob, with the first 50K Ignite account winner. Appreciate you. We're gonna do. Make sure you email at asfx.biz. All right. Send an email to all and get your account. I'll put it in the chat as well. The email. But great job. Great duck. Got a great duck there, my man. So yeah, make sure you email that in the chat. Oh shit, I won. Yes, sir, you did. Great job. So there's a break below, chat. Right after the duck race, we're getting right into short, or what are we doing here? Very fucking rangy. So it's just a matter of what side you think we're most likely to try to fight for. I mean, did get breaks of the open range high. This is gonna be a pretty small day. We got 154 point stop up there. So like on 1 micro, I'm risking 300 beans. Can't go any smaller than 1 micro, can you? We'll do another giveaway in a couple minutes. Give everyone else a chance to put their name on it that missed it. I think Austin said 10 giveaways today. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't. You're not gonna win 10 times. But yeah, I mean, we give away 10 this week once we're done with today. I think that counts. What do you guys like here? You like the shorts? I mean, Nvidia's down 2.4%. I'll put on 1 micro for the culture, just for the ducks. And we got 154 point stop at the high. I'm just gonna try to scalp this to the low. See if this is gonna remain rangy. Let's slide this up a little bit. If it's rangy, I took the hit for you guys. If it's not rangy, we're going right back to the bottom of range where sellers have been keeping control all pre-market here. All these hits, sweep of the high here, couldn't get outside it there. A take of New York view up. This comes back towards the low, which is also like pre-market low. I'd like that short. But it is also not just like we're ranging today so far. I'm also in the middle of that range. I think Austin's talked about it a lot more. And like the range plays like a great short from the top towards the middle or the bottom. But when we get down here, trying to long it to the top. Like you have to play the range a little bit different. This is kind of like looking for trend continuation, if you want to call it that, like the lower highs on top. Let's go make the lower low. See it as both of that. But very rangy, but stocks are more so bearish. So we're just going to trade on the right side of view ups and let God do the rest. That's all you can do. Grand 1464 on a challenge. Beautiful. Yeah, lock it out. That's 50%, my man. Denny's short and NQ. Wyman and NQ are sitting in the middle of the range. Oh, yeah, exactly. So if you're not comfortable trading in the middle of a range, which you don't have to be, you don't have to play this at all. I have 1 micro on. It's the minimum I could do. It is still $300 worth of risk. So it's not $10 or $100. But also, if this cuts right through VWAPs, heads back toward this open range high, I could probably just get out. I'm looking for this to try to hold the middle of the range and work its way lower. If it comes right back up, I'll probably get out and look to maybe get back in, maybe higher, But this 15 minute, now 10 o'clock, get some 10 o'clock juice here. Look at this 15-minute. Wick to the downside, wick to the upside, right back in the middle. So definitely not ideal conditions for a Friday or any day. Very disgusting, but it's very fitting for this week because this week has been absolute trash price action. Very terrible. Should probably put these strawberries in the fridge, huh? But what if I want to eat one after the win? No. Got smoked on my Top Step account on a trade today, or what did we do? What happened? And look at ES, just as ranging, because I am short on NQ, but it's all the same. As YM. Actually looks very identical, which is rare. Nvidia's bouncing at its lows. Apple's just sitting at its lows, not making any more moves. Yeah, a little bit towards the highs. Very rangy, Chad. Don't be putting tight stops, trying to time the market perfectly and scalp it both directions, I'm short in the middle, stop loss at the high. Breaks out towards the high. That's new information. This idea is dead. I'll do something else. But I don't want to just bail and then go long, and then the longs don't really follow through, and then I have to jump back in short again, and then the shorts don't really follow through, so then I jump in the long again, and then fuck, I'm out of risk for the day. But we've moved 10 points. So if you're already in, sit on them hands. Try the short and NQ breaks of New York view up. Where was that, Bill? Right? Yeah, try the short and NQ break of New York. So I mean that was right where I'm short. How'd you get smoked? We're not done yet. How'd you get smoked on this short? It may smoke us, but it hasn't smoked us yet. Adam Short, 1 micron ES. Yeah, I mean, that's also something to be said on ES. $5 point if you're like short there. 5 times 30. Yeah, I mean you're risking like 150 bucks. That ain't nothing. But $2 a point times 170, you're risking 340. Big dog. Size too much, Bill? Yeah, can't do that. Can't be having that unless you're purposely trying to fling shit of oversize it. But like that's always the worst. If we get smoked on this, we get smoked on it. But like if this were to now come back lower, Bill, and you're not in it because like you just got taken out here because of too much size, you're like, what the fuck? I wasn't wrong. I just try to be too perfect of timing it, saying this can't continuously play with these levels and VWAPs. So definitely get that size in check. Yeah, this is just terrible. I mean, I wouldn't want to long it right now either, just because this is so rangy. We're now back above both VWAPs, so that's not great for a short. But no new highs of day made yet either. Until a new high of day made from this first break of opening range high. All right, let's do this. Let's clean some shit up. Let's go to the minis on the regular trading hours, shall we? No drawings. View ups are loading. First break of open range high. Pull back to New York. This is still ultimately like now a hold of New York. Buyers are back in control. You could see it as a long, with the stop loss at the bottom, trying to trade for that second break outside the range. Here's first. Let's go make the next higher high. You could. Right here on the regular trading hours, it looks like it's still trying to maybe hold up some bullish structure. It's also just very rangy. Like you could see the longs want to work out that way. So if this does in fact work out, this trade wins, the one we have marked up here, then the shorts are dead. Or the short idea I'm in at least. So then we'll pivot. That's when we'll pivot. Not yet. But yeah, I mean realistically, I'm probably just even looking to just take it right there. 100 points. Gonna be a negative risk reward. Long ES, tight stop, size too high. Yep. Happens. I mean, even here, 130 points. If it breaks back outside the range, but I really want it, we'll react to see how it takes this value very low. Because it might want to head to the previous day's POC, as you guys can see above here. But until then, we're still hugging around these VWAPs. And then we'll do another giveaway in a minute. I see some of you guys added some more names. So let me copy these over now. All right. What do I do? Settings? Yeah. So we had 129 in that one. What do we got now? 160 with the gaps. Fucking hell. Oh shit. David. How tedious is this bullshit? All right. 150 on the dot. Let's load that up, but let's first take a look at my trade. Sitting in pure garbage trash. On hell like the shorts, but buyers making a stand at lower day view up. I'm cool with letting this one go. Oh yeah, for sure. No one should feel FOMO right now. No one, no one. But I mean, what do you have a lower day view up here? Is that the lower day? That is the lower day on NQ at least. Let me see. On ES, did it make a new low? Yes, I made a new lower day too. Technically, with this pin. I mean, it's right on New York, so I don't even line up at a low day view up there. That's giving you no value. Different than New York, you know? Super rangy. What we need is Apple to break. We need Nvidia to get on back down there for a lower low. Stop being a bitch. Google's choppy, Meta's up there, Amazon looks like shit. That's why the stocks are just sitting sideways looking like shit as well. But ideally, it'll go somewhere at some point. But no over trading, no nothing. Please. Please, it's just one trade. One trade, it's not all your risk. If you're green this week, you should still be green if this loses. If you're red this week, you will still be red this week if this loses. But that's all right. Red is fine. The infamous Dorito pattern. Yeah, I mean, this is someone called Tory because, I mean, this has some lines on it, you know? We're going to break out of this bitch, break out of this wedge. But while we wait, let's race a duck real quick. Like I said, second account, 50K Ignite account, the top one futures. Appreciate them sponsoring the stream. If you guys need an account, the link to all the discounts are down below. Let's race our second one here. Art Denny on Valentine's Day. Eve. Nope. David Stewart. Congrats, my man. Second account giveaway. Make sure you email at acefx.biz. Put that in the chat as well. You're also in the Discord now, so you can also DM us. But there you go. There's our second winner. Move you from the race. And I'll race our third one in just a minute or so. All right, all right. There's 2 down. Maybe we'll do 4. I don't want to get crazy. If this ends up winning somehow, some way, we'll do 4. So it looks like we're going to probably do 3. But yes, many of you are disappointed you lost. It's fine. We'll do plenty of giveaways. You'll win eventually, probably. Just putting your name down every time. It's all right. It's all right. And they're 50% off right now. So, I mean, like, literally, not to sell you. An Ignite account is $200. I spent $200 on dinner last night. So instead of going to dinner, just buy an Ignite account. It's all the same. Who needs food? King D2. I feel like I haven't seen that profile name in a while. The coconut head. He used to be in the chat. It's pre-market. You running solo today? Yes, sir. I'm carrying the boats and the logs. You know, it seems the common theme this week. Just carrying the boats. James is on vacation on a Baxter party. All right. And then a wedding next week. So I think he's off then too. And then Austin and Randy are skiing on the West Coast with their families together. So I'm just out here fighting for my life, sitting through chop, giving away accounts. You know, all else fails, just give away an account. Let's see if this is finally take us out. Can we get a new high? Like I said, go back to this undrawn chart on NQ. You can see the long, especially on the regular trading hours when things are cleaned up. I mean, what was the open? Open was like 10 or so minutes below New York. And since then, sellers haven't really been able to take it back. So yes, there's no new high made yet, higher high, but there's no real strong jab below VWAP yet to say sellers are back in. So not looking great in that regard. You could definitely want to see a long off of here, you know? You already got the first break of open range high. Defend of New York, go get the second. That's out of futures 2.0. So it's just a matter of if you're seeing this electronic trading hours and the pre-market structure. I mean, this choppy mess is also like pre-market high. It's just it's a choppy mess. Even if you're in long, I'd be very quick with the scalps. You know, like once this breaks for a new high, I wouldn't hold it much longer. You know, like POC maybe and previous days New York view up here. Because it's just not like a price discovery day yet. But there's break back outside the open range high. Probably gonna go get us now. Not a great sign. YM and NQ are above. Yep. Take profit of yesterday's New York. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you can see that here. It's very, very reachable on ES and NQ. It's both got its previous day's New York view up as a clear target because on ES, it's the previous day's point of control as well. And here's really the first body break on ES. YM's breaking out. So, see, how can we pivot to the longs though? If you're not already in long, like if this works out, goes higher, you don't want to long it there. You'd be like looking to long it to there, you know? Hmm. Yeah, you can maybe even try the shorts again from previous days in New York, but see how that reacts once we get there. What a mess. Our last saving grace would be holding this pre-market structure here. Come on down. Come on down, big boy. Valentine's Day. Show me a little love. Show me a little love. Always been good to you. All liquidity is above us on Bookmap. It's tough. Yeah, I mean, you got VWAPs now kind of arching up. It's kind of flat. I want to see a strong breakout, then pullback. Yeah, that's ideal. We're just not there yet. We're still in the breakout phase before the pullback. You guys ready to do our next account giveaway in a couple minutes? See if this gets tapped first. So I guess we don't want to miss that. Also, something to note. Let's zoom it on in for the people in the back. Might be a record. 10 seconds in profit today? Maybe, if that. Maybe. Maybe 2 seconds. So literally couldn't have gotten a worse sell price. Literally. But sometimes that happens. Exactly when you buy it, it just sinks against you. Exactly when you sell it, that's when we're moving higher. It'd be like that sometimes. I'd say more times when you're chasing a breakout like this, when you're literally at the low, it's like, yeah, you'll probably take on drawdown in that case, but this one was like a mid range. Just do it already. Stop teasing me. I gotta race some ducks to give away an account. That was my long plus 408. Nice. Good. Good to make some money on that. From mid range to top of range, because honestly, this doesn't look great by any means, but like there is a little bit of a range up here. So like long or short from the middle, like I'm trying to short it to the bottom. You'd be trying to long it to the top. If this breaks out, it breaks out, but like just trade it to the next level. And I just realized we're down 400 ticks. That's pretty beefy, but it's a volatile day. True. Yeah, could have been 2 ticks lower, Brian. Glass half full. Short 57.75. That's what? 57. 57. Oh, like right here. All right. Playing the top of range, Steven. Like a short round here. Maybe here when it came back down, I assume. Okay. Trying to play the range. Fighting BWAPs, but playing the range. All right. Respect it. I respect it. We're still alive. Just gonna keep on making higher lows though. Can't get below this New York or valuary level. This is our pain in the ass right now. So just give me a break. Or from previous days view up, maybe, yeah. So we're just kind of hanging up here. Let's see. We'll do one more duck race in a minute. Still 10:15 now, so now we're 45 minutes into the day. We finally got a new 15-minute candle. Terrible first one. Wick to the downside, wick to the upside. and kind of nothing on that last one. Bullish, but right on this overnight view up still. Like if I drag this over, still, if I told you by end of day we're back at this low, we at least touch it again. Say, okay, yeah. See yesterday's close, lower high, lower highs, and it moves its way back lower. So like I'm not bullish. It's just a matter of if this range is gonna fucking sit or expand a little bit, sweep the highs first, go to previous days in New York. It's like I'm not bullish, but the short could still not win. It could come back higher and then fall back lower or whatever the fuck. So I still see the shorts on this 15-minute, but boy is it ugly. Boy is it a range. How about a 2-minute chart? What would Randy be seeing right now? I mean, on the 2-minute, you could really see the range more so. Like you can see the ceiling up there, but this is ugly. Really need to take this New York view up. Really need to get back to my entry price. Because if we get back to my entry price, then we're kind of breaking these structures again. Yeah, I like it, Steven. Play short from the extreme rather than this mid range. Better than my entry. Very good. All right. Let's see what happens. We can't just wait forever. Paint is drying. So we'll race another 50K account giveaway for top one futures. As always, you guys know the vibes. Let's do a third one. And maybe we will do a fourth. Maybe. But let's see. Viking man on the top coming in hot, Joe. Can you hold on to it? Nope. RTR. Who's RTR? Because now when you email Austin, say you're RTR. But like, what's your real name? But congratulations. 50K Ignite account coming your way, my friend. Make sure you email info@acefx.biz. I put the email in the chat. Make sure you go get your account. All right, there's 3 giveaways down. We did at least 2 on an earlier day in the week. Maybe we're at 9. We'll do 1 more potentially. Like I said, if this could somehow win, I'll do another one. RTR, there he is. Well, make sure you email that info@asfx.biz in the chat, all right? Or if you're in our Discord, shoot me a DM as well as email him. Juan says my name was not on the list. Nothing I could do about that. Sorry. Should be. I put the link in the chat unless someone deleted it. We got Juan Lorera. I don't know. It's a lot of names. This is what I see. I just copy and paste from this link. I don't know. It's a lot. A lot going on. Ryan, 155. Nice. Top one dashboard showing me a minus 900 balance. Maybe you have a balance of minus 900. Did you lose yesterday? I don't know. Michael, what do you got? What is this markup, Michael? Am I looking at empty candles? Short from the top of range. Talk about a scalp. Oof. Nice job. And that's down to New York view up, I'd assume, right? Yeah. I mean, this thing's just still making higher lows. It'll be crazy if this can finally suck lower because buyers are still defending on the bottom. But hey, there's a chance. Maybe not a great chance, but there's a chance because there's still no new high of day made. There's higher lows on the bottom, but no higher high to match it. So until there's a higher high with it, then I'm screwed. Other than that, we could still be playing this range. So let's see. Yeah. But sorry if your name wasn't on the list one. Make sure no one deletes it next time. Try to stalk it as best you can. I don't know. Or make sure you put your name on the list. I don't know. But holy range. How's YM? Can we trade gold like oil today? How are we doing over here? Nope. Just as fucking ugly. Silver. Bitcoin's got some higher highs and higher lows. Above New York VWAP. Above overnight. Take of New York. How you doing? So that's the trade of the day. That's the trade of the day. Everything else is fucking sideways. Let's clear this up a bit. Get rid of these extended lines. Makes it look even more crowded. Playing right around this value area. Just not having it. No sellers. Yeah. After the news pre-market, we think CPI, we can get some movement. Good point. Just getting nothing. I mean, CPI itself didn't move a whole lot here. It was 1 minute up, right? 1 minute up and then sideways. And what range is that? The same exact one we're in here. Brutal. I don't want to be a puss, but if this gets back to break even, do I just pull this? Because I mean, this is just a fucking range, and I don't want to trade a range very well. That if I survive all this drawdown, it's like we'll see the idea through. You saw it all the way through in drawdown. Now trade it back to the bottom. But what if it gets back to break even? These are probably discussions you definitely have with yourself. And there's no right or wrong answer. I would say, you just gotta be aware. Like if I pull this at break even and it goes to the low, how would you feel? If you're okay with missing that potential win, then yeah, okay, sure, pull it at break even. But if you be pissed, then no, don't get out at break even just because you're afraid to lose. I'm not getting out at break even because I'd be afraid to lose just because this is shit. So it's like, all right, I should be fortunate that I even got a break even opportunity. Get me the hell out of this thing because this isn't how I thought it would be. So it's no right or wrong answer. It's just kind of like a feel. You got to ask how your emotions are while you're wanting to pull it. RTR won the last duck race. I was cooking a piece of pork for the puppy. RTR won. Yeah. When I only got one contract on, we're in one micro on this, my friend. I can't even peace out if I wanted to. Put on a half a micro next time. Aaron, considering that's not how you spell Austin Silver, yeah, that's the fake one. So any friend request you get from Austin, me, James, or Randy, Zach, it's not real. Unless you send the friend request to us, I guess, and we accept it or something. I don't know. If there's ever like a dot, a period, an exclamation point, a number, it's not real. If it says the account was created like 3 weeks ago, probably not real. If it has no mutual friends, probably not real. But yeah. I mean, the crazy thing even is I could probably go to my message requests and there's gonna be an imposter of me. So riddle me that one. As if I would fall for that. Mhm. As I say that, there is. Fucking idiot. And then Griff, are you G Daddy? 6255? Is that the one you're fucking talking about? What is going on? This is my friend request. Look at this fucking idiot. Underscore. It's Evan Dyer. Yeah, let's be friends, buddy. Sound like a nice guy. And this is Griff. G Daddy 6255. Is that really you, Griff? Fucking freak. But yes. So always be careful if there's a period, a space, or whatever. It ain't real. For now, we got a few people that won the duck race. I honestly forget the names other than RTR since it was the most frequent. I don't know. Rob won. Rob won the first one. RTR won the last one. Who won the second one, chat? I don't know. Yeah, ask Austin, myself. No one will ask you for anything. I mean, you also gotta even think about it. If we were long around the break of New York above, inverse to my short below it, how exciting would that trade be? It'd be a little bit more comforting because you're spending more time in profit, but like nothing's really happened unless you're scalping it real quick. So do it already. Well, actually, don't do it. Reject this level again. Come back down. Hold the range. Need sellers to really, really defend this level. Just keep on doing it, but then also break this line. Looked like there was a chance there for a second, huh? Right here, and even back here. But this is also, I don't think anyone would have done it. But like, imagine this: if I had gotten stopped out sooner, like maybe here or wherever, and then I decide like, oh, I got stopped out, but it's coming back down. Like, let me sell it again. I'm now gonna take a second loss. But since I'm just still seeing that first idea through, I'm just gonna probably take one here. Move this over. Like, I took one. I didn't get induced to maybe get back in after a loss because I never got out of the first one until I was told to. So that's also why you need or should want a stop loss where it needs to be, not where it'll be really fun and exciting. Because then when I'm stopped out, I'm wrong. I don't have to maybe get back in. But we're probably gonna get this pushed to POC now. After all this time, it's about to be 10:30. IB is gonna be set. Go do it. There she goes. One micro. Oof. So we're down. But then ES breaking for a new high. You got POC and previous days New York view up above on both of us. Definitely somewhere to look. On NQ, it's practically already there. So if you're long towards it, you'd probably want to be long down here at VWAP. No matter what the day is or what the trend is, you always want price at that line, whether it's short or long. Like, the price that pays is from here. Am I right? Like, any little bounce, you want to catch it from this blue line. How I'm trying to catch the shorts from the blue line, you'd want the longs from there rather than buy it up here or buy it on the breakout or buy it now. It's like the money is down here. Wow. How long was that? 31 minutes? That had to have been at least an hour and a half. Holy shit. That felt like an hour. So Jesper hit the long, yeah, on the bounce somewhere along here. Good long, stop loss below structure, mid range, but nice. Well done. Yeah, it's all rigged. All rigged. Until you win one, Ina, then where's that rigged talk gonna be? You can say, "Oh, never mind. I like this. Let's race some more." All right. Getting the POC. How's the 15-minute looking now? Whoops. Yeah. I mean, you could definitely see a lower high there from yesterday. But I'm not gonna do anything yet. Just yet. ES could still find some longs up to it. Nvidia's now only down 1.5%. So half of what it was. We might be finding some buyers here that might have finally won the battle. Tug of war, tug of war. Now we're finally getting a breakout. And Q as well. Let's see these stocks. Yeah. Nvidia bouncing back a little bit. Apple finding that bottom. Still pretty rangy, but buyers are stepping in a little bit across the board, which is good for longs. Why does Austin want to FaceTime me now? This fucking guy. Oh, I missed it. My bad. Too little, too late. Popular man today. Everyone's calling me. Just put it on do not disturb. Yep, Ken. What do you got here, Brian? Along on the take of New York? Yeah. That could stand as one, yeah. I don't love the take of New York below that overnight view up. The dotted one you have here. I'll pull this up so the chat's not confused. Right? This is kind of like yesterday, where it's like you're long it here below this dotted overnight. So it's like, do you really want to long it before it's broken it? Probably not. So I would say, like, if anything, let's go back to my markup because no offense, it's a little prettier. That rather than like long it here on the break above, when it could easily reject back down, probably see it hold that very same VWAP the next time and long it at that same price. But now when you're above the overnight, you've seen it been broken rather than this very first time when it's really not broken yet. Oh, reverse that. Right? Just probably this a couple minutes later around that same price, but less stressful. That's what I would challenge you for, Brian. Owens Green, nice. Any more duck racing? Can't see the link in the comments. I mean, the link was sent a while ago at the beginning of chat. I lost the trade, so do I do a fourth one? I feel like you guys should be sending me stuff for my losing trade. I don't know. We'll think about it. But yeah, I mean, if I send it one more time, I don't know if we're gonna do one, but I'll send the link to the doc in the chat for one last call in case we do one. Put the giveaway link in the chat. Could this be a manipulation leg to go lower? Could be anything. I don't want to predict that. I have to see some strength come back lower. Try to trade it back down to New York because I mean now you look at it, electronic or regular. New York view up and opening overnight view up are right on top of each other. If this keeps going higher, it's probably going to leave this opening range, which is a strong buy signal. It's very just unlikely that we break outside the high and the low. So it's gonna be tough longs today, I think, with these view ups in your way. But I think if you could break high enough above view up and pull back above it, you can find longs off that POC. But I don't know about longs below these view ups and POC. Below that level, you might want to find shorts back down. So I'd say see how we react around this level. If we could extend away from it, or do we just reject it? That's gonna probably tell a lot. Emil, what do you got? Yeah, exactly like that. It's just a matter of like patience rather than the first trade. 'Cause I mean, I think even this trade, let me check real quick. So I got 944. So like the open range is like just about to be set. So it's like, see some more information. It's still just as ugly, but like, yeah, it's the same price in VWAP. The more you see it be held, you don't have to go through so much chop. Great scalp, Emil. Very quick, straight to the straight to the top. Well done. That's true. I do have strawberries. Probably put them in the fridge, huh? How they doing? Look fantastic. But yeah, I can still use some more stuff. Where are they from? They're from Edible Arrangements, right? Yeah. Block my address, you fucking freaks. Edible. It would have been sick if I got one of those ones with like the skewers with like pineapple on it and stuff. That's the good shit too. Edible Arrangements. NQ demolished me this week. Had a good run for 6 weeks. First red week. I mean, 6 green weeks is pretty good, Denny. And yeah, you're not always going to be hitting 100%. Not always going to have green days. I mean, I think I started off Wednesday with a loss and today with a loss. Maybe even one other day. I don't know. Tuesday? No, Tuesday was a nice long, I think. But this was a difficult week, no matter how you cut it. This is not clean, stress free. Like when you look back on it now, it's an easy ass long. First break of open range high, don't chase that. Literally, like the first rule I say in Futures 2.0, like just don't chase it. get price close to VWAP. And if you bought it off VWAP, never really threatened your short or your long. Like stop loss, no matter where you really had it, never threatened it. So you do eventually make the easy next leg higher. But like just how long it took, wear you out, make you question the trade, move your stop loss, oversize, whatever, which is tough. Or this range, and then you finally get a break of it. So it's been choppy, been interesting too, because you get a strong flush at the open, chop. Strong pop at the open, chop. So it is what it is. Hopefully next week's a little bit cleaner. I mean, I don't want to say it's probably because of the news this week. Just another week. We had NFP and CPI. That's nothing crazy. That could just been that 7,000 level earlier in the week, right? Go to 15. About to come out to that previous day's New York. It's like, how often are these our Monday through Wednesday and a half till Thursday morning, right? This shit just ping ponging around. I mean, realistically, this is 9:30 our open. So like from here is when we're starting to trade. This up and down, up and down, up and down, and we finally break it. So definitely a tough week. So if you're green of any kind, that's great. If you're red, that's fine as long as it's not too red that like you can't recover it in a reasonable amount of time, like a day or two. You know, take one step back and then take two steps forward next week, and you're fine. They're not all just going to be new equity highs every week, every week, every week. Just survive. Damas didn't take it, but along here. Yeah. So I don't love this one. I mean, if the entry's up there, because the stop loss is like right at current structure, which could easily be swept, kind of like how it was here. I'll probably challenge you to try to get price closer to that VWAP, like I've been marking up today. You know, one way or another, VWAP is the best price. So try to get it there rather than chasing breakouts. Because I mean, this is at the top of the range. You know, now we've seen it broken, but if this just rejected the top of the range, it came down, you'd feel foolish for longing it right there. You know, where it's rejected multiple times. So only does it look good now that it did finally break out. You know, but if this just smacked it one time, two time, three time, four time, five time, and you longed it right here, you're like, what the fuck was that? My bad. So good markup. Candy, what do you got? Lots of markups, lots of markups, lots of markups. Quick scalp to the top of range. Buyers making higher lows. Yep. Above VWAP. Yep. Scalp to overnight VWAP. Yep. Or yeah, overnight. I have overnight VWAP a little bit lower, but nice. Long out. Long out. That's very scalpy. Well done. NQ traded into previous day's POC. ES is getting close. Yeah. I think that lined up right with that New York here, right? Yeah. Previous day's New York right here. So this is like potentially a short opportunity. It's fighting New York VWAP though. Is that how I want to follow up my loss with a fight of VWAP and structure too? If anything, I'd probably be, like pull back, better off longing it with the structure, with the VWAPs back to that POC. But then again, I'm riding the 1 minute trend, but this 15-minute trend actually isn't bullish. That's what I try to warn you guys on when I read these higher time frames of like, oh, it's bullish today. It's like, not really. This could just be a lower high and we come back down. And maybe just trade within this bullshit. We don't need to make it necessarily a lower low today. But like the trend isn't actually bullish. It's a bearish market short term right now. So shorts could be still more favorable, but longs could still step in. But who knows how long they survive? Like longs might work out today until you get to previous days New York. And maybe we do see sellers because it is a bearish day yesterday and could step back in. Stocks are still red. Apple's coming back down. Nvidia's back down. So it's like not a bullish market. Manny, what do you got? Where the fuck is this? This yesterday? This has to be yesterday. Bounce off previous week's foul. All right. Godspeed. I think Randy was showing this on stream yesterday, right? Something like that. Nice. Where would your stop be? On a short? On a short would have to be structure. You know, at this point, if it breaks for a new high day, it could still want to play around this previous day's New York again and make another lower high. But I would say if you're fighting VWAP, and you're getting it this high of day. Now, if you somehow got it up here when it started to turn, then you probably want to give it more space. But now down here, you wouldn't want to give it all that room because you know this could still bounce right off New York and buyers step us back in. So it's like, okay, I wouldn't want to see the shorts out too long. So let me be real scalpy with this just to VWAP. Austin just woke up and sent me the giveaway link. What an idiot. We already did them. I carried the boats and the logs. Ain't no thing. Alex Church, what's up, my man? First trade was along the break of high day anchor view up at 1056. 1056. So just somewhere back here. Got scared out from the big red candle and yet continued my direction. Also kept switching sides, but luckily I stopped out at max loss. Come on, Alex. You're better than that. Yeah, so I guess you were long here and got scared by the big red candle. But yeah, you gotta try not to overreact to one candle. Information of a new high or a new low when we're trading inside a range. That's the only thing that's important, you know? Because what about this strong bullish bar followed by a bearish one? Two strong bearish ones followed by some pop. So it's like try not to get too zoomed in on a candle and just think about price. But it is a daunting candle for sure. It's tough, but definitely don't want to be flip flopping around. That's when traders really get destroyed. Is in here. You were long short 3 times, but nothing new has really happened. You know, where I was short once, and not only until it made a new high of day was I said, okay, let's stop the short. So slow and steady. I mean, yeah, you look at the dashboard on the bottom left. We're above everything but that previous day's New York. As you see, we rejected it as we knew we could. The question is, do we want to try the shorts? The short would have to be breaking below VWAP. Can't short it above. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, I'm carrying the boats and logs this week. It's no problem. Ran 10 giveaways, 17 streams. But who's in the trade? Anyone short from these highs up here? ES didn't quite make it to its POC or previous days in New York. NQ did. But you got to know yourself. If I don't trade well on the wrong side of view up, so I should be looking for longs as long as we're holding above it. Not only until we break below it would I look for shorts. The only short I would be looking at would have been from the VWAP to the next VWAP. Now that we're this close to it, like I'm not gonna get in short now and then see this bounce in 2 points. Want to be shorting it from the reversion extreme. $68.50. You're short $68.50. Have we even been there? We're getting there now. You ahead of time? Look at that, right back. Right back out. Now, of course, my stop back here, there's no world in which I would have had a stop loss up there to survive. That's just not going to happen. So, one way or another, we would have been out of that trade. It's a good loss. It's fine. This could still work back higher from the short price as well, too. I don't want to be short from down here. If we're back up at that VWAP, I probably just want to get back in short. Cut the loss early, get back in. Would you take a long in the retest of New York VWAP? We're at 10:45. We got a new 15-minute candle right now. That is a good point. So you got a new 15-minute bar. You should kind of the next 15 minutes know if the longs are going to work out, right? Or if sellers are going to continue. But if longs are going to work out, you'll probably know in the next 15 minutes if we do bounce and see some continuation back up. They shouldn't want to move back lower and chop around for 15 minutes if buyers are going to still hold it. So you could like the longs off of here. It's tough. I still see the lower highs on the 15-minute, just on the bearish sentiment this week. But yeah, you are on the right side of overnight view up and New York. Might be marrying the short. Who would have ever thought that, huh? Normally that don't happen. Because the trend is important, the higher time frame trend for sure. But there is, like I was saying earlier, something to be said about, well, since 9:30, like who's been in control? Because that's what we're trading today. Since today, it's like 10 minutes of sellers in control. That's really it. A minute, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Like we haven't really been controlled below New York. So is this the time it finally does take control? And we step back into that bearish trend that I'm seeing on the higher time frame? Like if this work its way back lower, like we said, back to lower day, it's like, yep, there's the lower high. So longs are fucking tough. Because you know that lower high can be formed anywhere. Obviously, that previous day New York view up helps give you maybe a little bit of an idea of where it could be formed. But longs could just be pinched here. Not ideal, not ideal. Aaron, when's the next giveaway? I don't know. I don't know. We did 3 today. We could maybe give away 1 more if I'm feeling jolly. But we'll definitely do some more next week as well from top 1. 68, 660. Gotcha, Gerard. That's nice. But yeah, ES right on its New York. You can see the longs work out there. I'm not doing nothing here. You're right on previous day's value very low. And Q right at the value very low as well. If you're longing it around here, you got to go probably. You could want to go with the stop loss at this structure. I could see that. You got current structure, maybe previous, way back there. That, of course, at the stop loss at low of day, you'll really find out if the longs can work in. Until that's broken, longs could technically be still in. It's a generous amount, though. That I think if this just takes New York with some strength and it heads back towards these lows, you wouldn't even want to be long. You know, like even if it got to here, you'd be like, okay, there's the rejection of overnight, previous days in New York. This shit's coming back lower. But that doesn't mean get super scalpy with it of like suffocating it. And then if you're short, stop loss on the break or short on the break below New York, that might be an uglier stop loss. You know, like where would you want that? Realistically, if this breaks back outside the open range high, you wouldn't want to be short because you'll be now on the wrong side of VWAP and structure, right? If this bounces back up here and I'm in a short, would you still want to be? No. You could probably get on out. Now you're fighting higher lows. Yeah, the Ignites are a great price right now. I think they're $200 for 50% off. And you can copy trade 10 of them, which it's not even about like copy trading up to 10. I guess that's true as well. But like you could also just like, I won't say 10, I'll just say like 6. You get 6 accounts. That like you just have the relief of knowing you have multiple. So if you have a red trade on this one account, it's not like, oh my God, the end of the world. You're like, I have these other 5 that are fine. Like I'm still green across the board on these other ones, or the other ones are still up in profit. Like there's one loss on one account. But if you have multiple, you don't feel as crushing because it's not like, oh my God, my whole portfolio is red today. But no, one account is. So that's also the plus to it. You don't have to copy them. You just have multiple accounts and trade them solo. You know, you don't need to copy them just because you're able to. You could also just have multiple accounts and not copy them. So you took a loss today. Okay, let me go bounce to this account, try to make green over there. And then you do. Is anyone in a trade? Like I said, I'd probably be real scrappy with this, trying to not let this thing get back down to low of day, but then also try to not need a big breakout to try to scalp it back up towards these highs. But this is also an ES that looks a little bit cleaner. Oh, what is this drawing? Trev, the thoughts about the straight to the Sim Pros upgrading from an Ignite? I don't think that's an upgrade, Trev. I think that's a step backwards. I don't like the Sim Pros. The Sim Pros, I think, are tougher to take payouts on. So I would not suggest them because it's intraday trailing drawdown, and that gets a lot of people hurt just because You let this go in your favor and you got stopped out for break even. But it thinks you made money, but you didn't. So now your drawdown just trailed you, but no progress was made. So you're fucked. But I have YouTube videos on all of them. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I have a playlist for it. But yeah, you look at here real quick on the Sim Pro accounts, the drawdown is intraday. It's tough. And the max trailing drawdown is tighter, 1,600, not 2 grand. So, and it's an ESS score. So for fuck's sake, it's got intraday trailing drawdown, an ESS score, which I fucking despise. Don't like that. So no, I personally don't like these. I haven't promoted that they're on sale for you can copy trade 15 just because I don't want you guys to trade those if you don't have to. I think you guys would do better on the ignites with end of day drawdown, $2,000 of drawdown, and a 15% consistency score, not ESS. ESS, for anyone that doesn't know, not going to confuse anyone. It's just you can't have too big of a lost day and a winning day. Blah, blah. Like if you have too big of a red day, you're fucked forever. Like it's just the calculation of it. So I just don't suggest it. That's why when they change these ignites, like if you go to my YouTube channel real quick, when they changed the ignites, it was positive because they changed it from ESS to consistency score. Which one is it? How do I see my own damn playlist? Come on. Viewful playlist. All right, here we go. So this was 3 months ago. This is the Ignite accounts, rules. So the Sim Pro. So that one, that's the ESS and shit like that. So, no. And Trev, I mean, you just took a payout. So, like, what accounts did you just take a payout on? Just stick to that. Formula's already working. Stick with it. Big dog. Come on. William, what's the best way to copy trade? Do you have a video on how to set it up? I don't have one yet. You should challenge me to make one. Make you guys a video on how to copy trade because it's not going to be on TradingView. If you guys want to copy your Tradeovate accounts, you're gonna have to trade it right on Tradeovate if you want to copy through there. Otherwise, if you want to still maybe trade on TradingView, you're gonna have to copy through like a Trader's Post or I know there's plenty of copy parties out there. You're gonna have to copy through that. But if you want to trade on Tradeovate itself, you can copy trade on there. So, but many of you aren't familiar with trading on Tradeovate. Either am I. So it'll be a learning curve and something to definitely make a video on. Used to be easy on Project X for sure. That's the one advantage it did certainly have. It was very easy to copy trade. You just click, click, done. Okay, William, I will. I'll make you the video. Please, can you make a thorough video, please? I'd send you a Chipotle bowl of money. Oh, shit, say no more. Say no more. It's Friday. I'm going to get Chipotle today after the gym before our Black Strip Club call. I get Chipotle every Friday. So if you guys want to find me, you know how to find me on a Friday at 12 o'clock. Like 1 o'clock. But we're still defending this New York view up. Longs could definitely be in play. I wouldn't get too greedy for it. I would be trading back up to structure previous day's POC. At least on NQ and then ES, same thing. Structure up to the highs. That's how I would be looking at it. Like I said, I think it's the tougher money to be made short just because I see the 15-minute being in a bearish trend. You still have to think about who's been in control today and buyers are holding in today. So I can't just force my short bias in. But we gave it a stab. Didn't work after like 30 minutes. It made one new high against us. We gave up on the shorts. Good to not double down on them and chase them back in. So for anyone that made money on the longs from this scalp, this is also another good note on it. Any part of this, that's the nut. If you make any part of this, that's the nut. Just grab a little piece of it, Don't be still long from back here. See it come back to your break-even price and then hope it gets back into profit, Get in, get out. You could always get back in and make more money that way. Make sense? I was thinking I want to buy 150K to get used to bigger size. They don't have that on the Ignites. They have 100K, right? The Ignites have 100K, but yeah, I mean, the instant fundeds, then I would just say, Trev, the instant fundeds, which are the ones I'm trading right now, if you buy a 150K account, you get $6,000 of drawdown. They increased that on these two bigger accounts. So for anyone else, Trev, or anyone else that didn't know, that wants to start practicing with the big accounts on 100K and 150K to increase the drawdown by 25%. So now you get even more room to breathe on the downside. Your max daily loss is 3,700, and I wouldn't even come close to scratching that. I would put in a max loss way before that. 20% consistency, and you can copy trade 3. So if you do want that, you can still get that for 50% off, Trev, or 40% off, but you get 60% off if you've never bought a Tradeovate account. But still, 40% off. You get it for 560 to go take out a few thousand. Not a bad day at the office. Don't like the display on Tradeovate. Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. Muhammad, I just passed my account. Nice. Good job. Well done. Well done. Justin got the nut. Well, all right. Beautiful, beautiful. Any last call for questions? Last call for questions. Congratulations to the giveaway winners. Was it RTR? JTR? TJR? I don't know. Rob won. And I'm sorry, I forgot the second winner. I'll look back on the stream and remember it. But make sure you email info@asfx.biz. We'll be back on Tuesday. President's Day on Monday. Enjoy the long weekend. If you're in our Blackshirt Club, we do have a call on Monday, though. So I'll see you guys there for that. I think we're going to do it a little bit earlier because we're just going to be hanging around all day. Anything else? Top One sale is still live over the weekend for Valentine's Day. So everyone enjoy your weekend with your other one, your significant other. And thank you guys again for the strawberries. Very kind of you. I think you guys all chipped in. That was sweet. Probably for all the giveaways I've been doing. But other than that, we got the boot camp with like 3 tickets left. So I'm not even going to promote it anymore. They'll just eventually go. I didn't see it until yesterday after stream. The last thing we could talk about is Austin added another keynote speaker out of nowhere. I didn't even know this was in the works. I was like, wait, what? Is this like what? He just dropped it without me even knowing. So Steve, him. I should know his last name. It's just I don't want to butcher it. But he is the man, the myth, the legend. That's why I had PW's YouTube channel pulled up earlier. Pull it up again. If you look at his most popular videos, he was the one with the 1,000,000 screens. This man. You guys have probably seen this setup, right? So he's going to be speaking at our Tampa boot camp as well, alongside Brian Shannon, Austin, me, James, Zarb, Tanner, Lawrence, Randy, Zach, KV, Drysdale. I mean, holy shit. Is that a crowded room? So if you want tickets, Austin tweeted it out there yesterday. You can go find them. There's like probably 3 left now. So crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm super excited for that. It's like in 2 months probably. It's going to feel like a week. All right. How much do you have to make on a 100K account for payout? Also, how much can you make in a maximum a day? So to take a payout on a 100K account would be $6,000. Got to make $6,000 to take a payout. What's the max on that? I mean, again, it kind of goes back to, well, are we trading this instant funded? The instant funded, I have to make 6,000. It's a 20% consistency. So you do 6,000 times 0.2, $1,200. And that sounds right. Because if you're on a 50K account, you shouldn't make more than $600 on a day. There's this one handsome fella on YouTube that made a whole playlist breaking it down, like I said. So if you watch these tutorials, I'll go through how much you got to make, how much you shouldn't lose, the cost, copy them, the rules, all of them. So 8 minutes long. Take 8 minutes out of your day to be familiar with the rules and what your targets are for all of these accounts, all right? For anybody. Happy to be off Monday. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging with me all week, riding solo dolo. Hopefully, you guys made some money. I know it was very choppy shit fucking week to be riding solo, but it is what it is. We still made some money. I mean, we're long on Tuesday, made some money. We're small green or small red so far today, but there's still time. And also, if it's not, I'll still be green on the week. So it is what it is. Longs are still in play right now. Trade it back up to view up if you're in it. Call it early today if you're green. If you're red, don't be trading in the afternoon. Just enjoy the weekend. Reflect on what you did well, what you did poorly, what you want to work on next week. We'll give away some more accounts, but giveaway accounts or not, you got to still know how to keep your accounts that you still buy, not just get free ones. So we'll have another good week next week. Austin and Randy will be back. James probably as well, but at minimum, Randy and Austin. So the big yapper. Randy Austin's just going to be yapping everyone's ear off again, but it's all right. Dog shit for real. It is what it is. 44, the ex Punisher. Yeah, Zarb just talked about it. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. He'll be there as well. Everybody gonna be there. We even have people just sitting like in the audience, obviously, like you guys. But there's also some just other people that are just gonna be in the area. That are just gonna come and hang out. We're gonna sit at the bar afterwards and just network. That's really also what it is. I mean, to be at a meeting with Brian Shannon and Steve and Austin and Drysdale, and just like talk to them and pick their brains after the event. That's the good shit. But all right, everybody. Happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Let me know if you need me. We have our Bachelor Club call this afternoon, so I'll see many of you guys there. Make sure if you're watching on X or YouTube this afternoon, make sure you hop on back in next week. All the link in my bio if you want to join for free. Get your first month free. So we'll see you back in here next week. All the members will do some account giveaways. But other than that, chat, I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday. All right. Appreciate you all.